Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6 early this morning before most people woke up, something remarkable happened. The bright flashing light that has observers stunned. Plus, multiple fire trucks raced to a home erupting in flames. The scene on Jacqueline Street that left significant damage.
And Richland neighbors evacuate their homes after a nearby standoff with police. What prompted officers and SWAT to surround a home.
And another smoky day. How long is the air quality going to remain this way? And will we see any lightning tonight? I'll have all those answers as the news at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here on your Friday. I'm Wendy Redmond.
And I'm Austin Reed. Yes, we have made it almost to the weekend.
Yes, we are here, but it is a first alert day, and Stacy says she's watching lightning.
Yeah, let's check in with her now. What's up?
And I know everyone's hearing me talk about storms, not right maybe where you're at, but we are tracking some active lightning. This little earlier this afternoon, it was over the Ellensburg area, but now we'll zoom in. It's getting further to the north towards Wenatchee and the northern portion of the Cascades. We had a little bit of thunder and lightning in northeastern Oregon earlier. That's kind of gone away, but again, it's unstable, so we could have a chance of thunder and lightning continuing tonight here in the Blues, and of course a better chance of seeing that in the Cascades. Temperatures have been on the cooler side for August so far. We're going to be in the 70s and 60s and 70s by 11, but pretty pleasant out there. Now the smoke and haze, that's been bad for several days, and you can see it here in our Yakima Skycam, 83 degrees. But the good news is the actual air quality is looking better. It's in the yellow. If you remember yesterday, we were in the red and some areas in purple, but so air quality is improving as those storm systems move through. As we said, first alert weather day into the weekend due to lightning and the critically dry vegetation. Tomorrow's highs will be in the 80s and low 90s with varying chances of rain and thunderstorms through the region. So chance of lightning continues. Fire danger remains high. Smoke and air quality still an issue going into the weekend. Things are going to quiet and smooth out though next week. I'll tell you more about the lightning and when we can expect possibly see that right here coming up. Austin, Wendy.
All right, thank you very much, Stacey. If you were up early this morning, you may have noticed a very bright flashing light illuminating the sky.
Well, and if you weren't up, don't worry, we've got it for you right here. Do you see that? Yep. There it goes. This happened just before 1 a.m. in the Tri-Cities area. The American Meteor Society says they've received more than 250 reports of a potential fireball spotted from New York to Washington today. Some observers described the object as having bright colors, while others add it had a mid-flight explosion.
No confirmation just yet on what it may have been.
A large house fire broke out in Milton Freewater this afternoon. This happened on Jacqueline Street shortly after 3 o'clock. Multiple fire trucks from the Milton Freewater Rural Fire Department responded, along with police, to block off nearby streets. A power crew also showed up to the scene. All roads are back open tonight. Officials tell us no one was hurt, thankfully. No word yet, though, on how the fire broke out, but the house, as you can tell, suffered significant damage.
Well, a popular online betting site, it's called Kalshi, is being forced to shut down most of its operations across Washington state. This is after a judge actually decided that the service likely violates the law.
Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Sipkovitz tells us all about what you can't bet on anymore and what's still on the table.
Predicting the Seahawks as back-to-back Super Bowl champions, not allowed. Betting on who's going to win our Congress seat this November, no more. Most wagers on the prediction market site Kalshi are no longer legal after a final order issued by a King County Superior Court judge.
I think that's probably a good thing. It seems that it was mostly unregulated and it was too easy to take advantage of that system and people could lose their money. So it needs some sort of oversight if they're going to allow people to put their money in.
According to the judge, Kalshi's site violates the Washington State Gambling Act, which actually bans online betting.
This whole legal battle started when the state attorney general's office filed a preliminary injunction against Kelce earlier this year, leading to the judge's final order this week. Kelce now has to block people in the state of Washington from betting on several topics, including sports, politics, elections, technology, and mentions in speeches or at other public events. The company is also not allowed to advertise betting on these topics to Washingtonians, something the state says it did wrongfully in the past.
So if Kelce isn't 100% banned, then what can Washingtonians still bet on?
The only topics on Kelce's website that aren't being affected by the ruling are commodities, climate, economics, and finance. So you still could put a wager on if you think it's going to rain in Kennewick today.
Kelce now has until September 2nd to start following the judge's order. Caleb Sipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, we have a crime alert tonight. A Richland man has been arrested after people claimed he pointed a gun at them.
The call for help came in just before 7:30 last night. This was to the 1500 block of Sanford Avenue. Several law enforcement officers from Richland and the Benton County Sheriff's Office surrounded the home, as you can see here. Members of Tri-City Regional SWAT also responded.
And surrounding homes were evacuated as police officers called for the man to surrender and end the standoff peacefully. The man did come out of the home on his own. A short time later, and officers arrested him on suspicion of assault. The investigation will continue.
Is downtown Kennewick changing for the better? A lot of folks that we spoke with today say the short answer is yes.
Yeah, this comes as the strategic plan was back in the spotlight this week at the Tri-Cities regular city council meeting in Kennewick, the Kennewick City Council meeting. Let's take a look at this story now. For Shirley Bear and her daughter, on Friday, they both decided to spend time together in downtown Kennewick, rather than walking around Columbia Center Mall or hitting up the Southridge area.
We went into some wonderful shops. We visited with the shopkeepers.
Instead of investing in other parts of Kennewick, Warren Hughes has opened not one, not two, but 3 different businesses right here in downtown.
And we're starting to get a lot more people to come and show up and see what we're doing. And I think the desire to have a walkable downtown or to go have an experience downtown is really picking up.
And now he's volunteering to make the long-forgotten part of the city something extra special.
And this is older. This is from an effort to work on downtown about 20 years ago. This happened during the Bridge to Bridge project.
This week, City Council went over the strategic plan again. It started about a year ago. A consultant from Pasco met with the city manager, mayor, and council members to go over a number of goals.
There was a discussion about which strategies maybe looked stronger than others.
Randy Blummer grew up in Kennewick and remembers when downtown was really the only place to get new clothes for school at the old J.C. Penney, go on a date with a high school girlfriend, or catch a movie.
You know, I'm just thankful that City of Kennewick has noticed us.
Decades later, he now owns Concrete Jungle Outdoor Decor. He's been here for 13 years and is noticing a trend. He says business is up anywhere from 30 to 40%. The homeless problem has almost disappeared. More new shops are opening up and keeping their doors open even longer.
One thing that did happen down here that's really good, I think, is we got rid of the vagrancy down here. But there for a while here, I had 911 on my speed dial.
Sales are up. Talk about that.
Our summer this year versus last year, and sales this year are much better than they were last year in the summertime.
We're talking 40, 50%.
Yeah, 40% to 30, 30, 40, 50, somewhere in there.
What's next, you ask? Warren has a vision.
It's a quick rendering that we pulled together, but a nice shady pavilion with some lights on it, maybe some solar panels on top, and we could have events in there. You could do concerts.
As for City Council, they're exploring more parking. Some staff say they want more housing. They do plan to add more signage in other parts of the city to tell people to come downtown. They want to host more annual events and so on.
I kind of have this is what I'd love to see downtown, and then I would like to have the staff come back and say, this is how you do that.
And that list of things I just mentioned, everyone I spoke with, they agree.
So they hit a couple good things, and that's what we should look at.
We have this communication with the city that seems to be becoming more and more effective.
I think we're all going to come back and spend time here.
And no final decisions were made at the Kennewick City Council meeting this week with the consultant. But stay with us for continuing coverage. Now to an education alert. Back to school shopping can add up quickly for families, especially those with more than one child. Tri-City Community Health is trying to take some of that pressure off with its annual back to school fair. The company is giving away 2,500 backpacks filled with school supplies to help local students start the school year ready to learn.
We hear of folks going into schools and not having all the things they need, the backpacks and all the supplies, and the turnout that we've had thus far, it shows that the need's still there, and we're just happy to help.
And the fair also brought together dozens of community partners, giving families access to more than just school supplies. The organization says its services are available to people regardless of their ability to pay, and it has locations across Kennewick, Pasco, and Richland. All right, still ahead here at 6. Changes are coming to Stanfield's infrastructure, how the city is tackling a wastewater treatment project.
And it is an alert day. Stacy is coming back to talk more about the smoky conditions and also the lightning. What does all of this mean for your weekend plans? She's going to dial that in for you on the other side of the break. But first, let's give you a reason to smile. Alan, thank you so much for sending in this gorgeous photo of the Tri-Cities and a beautiful reflection there. If you would like to get your weather photo on TV, just scan that QR code at the top of your screen. Thank you to Lifetime Dental Care.
Lifetime Dental is committed to providing the best dental care in the Tri-Cities by treating patients like family, as well as providing a healthy work-life balance for the team. Hear what their doctors have to say.
For me, it's about like accepting and being empathetic to patients. So as a dentist, I want to make sure that everybody is treated the same, and whatever the needs are, we want to provide the best care possible for each patient. There's no judgment. Now I don't have a lot of time to recharge because I have a 2-year-old. So pretty much we go to places like parks or supermarkets to have the 2-year-old enjoy. So that's a big joy. I think it only comes like at this period of time.
Lifetime Dental Care, located at Queensgate, voted best dentist in the Tri-Cities 9 times.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well.
Jardiance. It's the little pill with a big story to tell.
As time went on, it was easy to see.
I'm lowering my A1C.
Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is really swell. The little pill with a big story to tell.
For just $69, get a water heater flush and a whole home plumbing inspection from Campbell & Company. Regular maintenance helps prevent costly repairs and keeps your plumbing in top shape. Visit trustcampbell.com to schedule your service today. Protect your home and save.
It's Toyota's national sales event with so much summer left to see. From the perfect seats in a RAV4, to reimagining spaces in a Corolla Cross, to rooms with a view in a Tundra. Don't you love when summer just clicks?
With 11 models starting under $35,000 MSRP, you'll find a vehicle for every budget during Toyota's national sales event. To learn more, visit Toyota.com.
Toyota keeps your summer going.
Toyota, let's go places.
The city of Stanfield is looking at how to upgrade its wastewater treatment facility as the community continues to grow.
Yeah, city officials say that Stanfield has purchased property to expand its wastewater treatment plant and is now working with engineers on the design and structure. City manager Darla Linker says an earlier master plan estimated a new plant could cost around $23 million.
With a project of that size, Linker says the city is looking at how the work can be completed in phases while keeping rates affordable for people living in the community.
It's definitely going to have to be a phased thing out, and so we're looking with our engineers of what would be best to move to the next step.
Linker says those infrastructure improvements will be an important part of Stanfield's ability to keep up with future growth.
Well, now to the environment. Hermiston city officials are now working on a long-term plan to remove PFAS, also known as forever chemicals. This is from the city's wastewater system.
New at 6, Apple Valley News Now's William Albert explains what exactly this means for families.
For families in Hermiston, turning on the faucet to fill a glass, cook dinner, or get the kids ready for school is something you probably don't think twice about. But PFAS has been detected in 3 of the city's water sources, with some levels above the new federal standards that water systems will have to meet by 2029. City officials stress they believe the water is safe, but they're already planning for what needs to change.
So specifically for our largest well number 5, the specific PFAS that we're interested in, the threshold is 5 parts per trillion of PFAS, and the readings that we're coming back are about 7 to 8 parts per trillion of PFAS.
That's where a new long-term plan comes in. The City Council adopted a PFAS mitigation plan August 10th that looks at how Hermiston can address those 3 water sources while also making sure there's enough water for a growing community. And this isn't just today. The city is looking ahead 20 years at what families and businesses could need by 2046.
And so that's really it's a 20-year plan that looks at what the community's water system needs are going to be 20 years into the future to make sure that we have enough water system capacity for the city.
The plan comes with a big price tag, an estimated $26 million in construction. It includes adding treatment and filtration at well number 5, taking wells 2 and 4 out of service, and getting more use out of the city's regional water treatment plant, which the city is now looking for state funding to help cover those costs.
The ones that we are applying for the funding are to install a treatment plant and filtration facility at our well number 5, and then to decommission both well numbers 2 and 4, and then to maximize the usage of our regional water treatment plant.
For residents, city leaders say this is about getting ahead of the federal deadline rather than waiting until 2029. And while those larger improvements could take time, Smith says families can continue relying on the city's water while the work moves forward.
Our water is safe, and they can continue to rely on us for that.
City officials say the goal is to meet those new federal standards while making sure Hermiston's water system can keep up with the community for years to come. In Hermiston, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
The city has also applied for funding through the Oregon Health Authority. That's to help pay for the project, but officials say it's not yet known just how much of that funding could ultimately be forgiven.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And happy Friday. Welcome to the weekend. It's looking okay outside here on our Dust Devil Skycam in Pasco. You can still see a little smoke and haze, but air quality has actually been improving throughout the day. That's been nice. 89 degrees with a feels like temp of 86, our humidity up to 27%. That's important. I was reading an update on some of the fires, and they're saying that humidity increasing has been helping them mitigate those fires that are burning in our region. 86 in Pendleton, 90 in Walla Walla, 83 in Yakima right now. So good looking night. We've got that monsoonal moisture coming up from the south, and then we've got an onshore flow coming from the west. The cold and the warm meet together. That creates instability in the atmosphere, and it makes lightning. So that's what's going on outside tonight. We were tracking some lightning a little earlier in the Kittitas Valley. It has since moved to the north, heading towards the Chelan area, but that's the first rain we've seen on radar in a long time, so much needed. So look for some cloudy skies overnight tonight. and then we stay pretty dry. Now, this is what we're watching for tomorrow. A little stray shower coming up from the south, which could produce some lightning strikes by the middle of the day. It should be out of the area. And then we'll see things start to really kick up out here in the Blues and then north towards the Spokane area. That's our most active weather for the weekend. As we get into Sunday, things are looking a little more calm in most of our area. However, this northeast portion of Oregon could continue to see some lightning strikes. 20 to 30% chance overnight tonight in our Cascade Mountains. Light chances, about 10% tomorrow, I should say, in the Columbia Basin, and 20 to 30% chance of lightning up in the Blue Mountains. All right, here's where the smoke alerts are dealing with now. Remember, we were very unhealthy air quality in this region yesterday. Things have improved a lot. We still have smoke and haze, but we're in yellow, so that's moderate. We're not in those oranges, reds, or purples tonight. On Futurecast, we see the smoke kind of lingering around in the upper atmosphere, but it shouldn't be as thick as it was just 2 days ago. Looking better now. The only caveat to that is this area here, the foothills of the Blues, Walla Walla, closer to the Hagen fire, which has burned lots of acreage tonight, and that will continue to cause air quality issues in those areas. Our overnight lows will be nice and pleasant, comfortable. 61 in Walla Walla, 55 in Sunnyside, 60 in Hermiston, 56 in Yakima. Here's that 7-day planning forecast. Alert day, 20% chance of rain or lightning. We see breezy to gusty winds starting on Monday, but things are going to quiet down quite a bit once we get past Saturday. Temperatures in Yakima also in the 90s, dropping into the 80s by Tuesday. Tri-Cities, a slight chance of those showers. You saw them sometime between, let's say, noon, right before noon, approximately, according to Futurecast. We'll see temperatures staying in the 90s for the next 7 days. In Hermiston, we've got temps in the 90s, switching to the 80s. 10% chance of a stray shower or thunderstorm tomorrow. A little more active towards the foothills of the Blues in Walla Walla. And again, that's where we're going to be watching out for much needed rain. So,
yeah,
excuse me.
You okay?
Yeah, I know.
Well, fingers crossed we do get some rain and not a lot of lightning.
And the weather lady doesn't choke.
No, she's okay. We got her. All right.
Sorry.
All right. Well, we'll go to break on that note. Still ahead, what would you do if you sold everything and left your life behind? The story of a New Zealander's remarkable journey after this.
Where you been, Hank?
Little field research. Check this out.
Looks like America is loving Ford quality.
Yeah, and J.D. Power backs it up. Great deals, crazy good capability.
America, this is what summer's all about.
For 5 nights every summer, champions ride into Kennewick. The Horse Heaven Roundup returns August 25th through 29th, featuring the nation's top contestants competing for $225,000 in prize money. Experience the excitement, tradition, and unforgettable moments that have made the Horse Heaven Roundup one of the nation's premier PRCA rodeos. All seats are reserved, so get yours today at BentonFranklinFair.com and take in the action during the best week of summer, August 25th through 29th at the Horse Heaven Roundup.
BentonFranklinFair.com.
Still dealing with moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease symptoms despite treatment?
Then you know there can be unpredictability.
Workarounds. And avoiding.
It was time to make a change.
I changed. I changed too.
A doctor recommended Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
I got rapid symptom relief at 2 weeks. Check. Rinvoq helped visibly repair my intestinal lining. Check.
I got lasting remission, meaning few to no symptoms. Check.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin. Serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Put UC and Crohn's in check and keep them there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq.
At Fred's Appliance, we know that real life is dishes in the sink, whether you're on the go or staying at home. As the #1 Bosch dealer in the region, we have the largest in-stock Get It Today inventory, ready to provide you relief from the sink. We don't do gimmicks, just clean dishes and everyday low prices. With our price match guarantee and friendly customer service, we make it convenient for you to shop appliances. Fred's Appliance, your local appliance expert since 1962.
While
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is still bringing the heat with the final month of the $170,000 Summer of Fun and Games. All August, face the Cash Cube and grab as much cash as you can and win up to $1,000 every Friday and Saturday. And with more than $10,000 in cash and prizes awarded every weekend, you could be the next big winner. Saturday, August 29th at 10:30 p.m. Grab hold of your last chance to win big. 3 grand prize winners will play for up to $10,000 cash. More fun, more games, more ways to win at Wild Horse Resort and Casino.
Where you been, Hank?
Little field research. Check this out.
Looks like America is loving Ford quality.
Yeah, and J.D. Power backs it up.
Great deals.
Crazy good capability.
America, this is what summer's all about.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Time to check this out. A New Zealand man recently completed a challenging feat. Take a look. Tom Hudson spent more than 200 days over 2 years paddling across Canada from Alberta to Montreal. Here's the kicker. He did it with no experience after quitting his construction job and selling his house and all of his possessions. Hudson said that he wanted to make the journey without training and survive solely by learning from his mistakes. He also said he expected to be overwhelmed by Canada's natural beauty, but the friendliness of its people even overtook that. I think you can agree.
All right. Well, as a Canadian.
Yeah.
Yes, very friendly. All right. Well, speaking of friendly, look at these two guys right here. A pair of goats walk onto a bus in Portland. Sounds like a joke, right? But no, as you can see, this actually happened. According to transit operator TriMet, 2 white pygmy goats are seen waiting for passengers to board. Then they go ahead and step on themselves. They milled around on board for a little bit, but looks like they got the boot by passengers shortly thereafter. Got them off, and yeah, we're not able to make the journey that day.
Yeah, no. As they say, keep Portland weird. Coming up in our next half hour of live local news, the Pasco Aviation Museum is hosting First Responders Day tomorrow. It's a family-friendly way to say thank you to the people who keep us safe. Stay with us.
At Walker's Furniture, we believe everyone deserves a better night's sleep. So this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're having a 3-day mattress sale where you can beat the Labor Day crowds and save hundreds on top name brand mattresses. Shop early to get 2 free pillows with your mattress purchase while supplies last. Plus, take advantage of special 5 years financing with no money down, as well as up to $300 of additional free furniture with select purchases, making it the perfect time to upgrade your sleep. This weekend only at Walker's.
Here in the Valley, caring for what matters most is simply a part of who we are. Because women's health isn't just one moment in life, it's every chapter. Preventative screenings and care designed for women at every stage of life. From first visits to motherhood and beyond, thoughtful care from the people who call this valley home. We're here for every step along the way. Start your journey today at kvhealthcare.org, your home for women's health.
Our Valley's pride is everywhere you look.
When people give through the Yakima Valley Community Foundation, they are investing in our future leadership and our continued prosperity.
Support from the foundation helps local organizations serve our neighbors and strengthen the place we call home. It helps us hold on to what makes this valley special. When people invest locally, organizations like ours can keep showing up for our neighbors.
The Yakima Valley Community Foundation supports organizations that honor our cultures, care for our neighbors, and strengthen the places we call home. From main streets to gathering places, pride runs through this valley. When generosity stays local, communities grow stronger. That's what helps our valley thrive.
Together, we can strengthen the Yakima Valley by taking local generosity and turning it into lasting impact.
Today, tomorrow, together.
Feeling dizzy, off balance, or worried about falling? You don't have to just live with it. At the Pacific Campus, Alex Trowbridge DPT is accepting new patients and specializes in vestibular therapy, treating vertigo, dizziness, and balance issues. And here's something many patients don't realize. You can choose where you go for physical therapy. Choose the PC. We also treat gait and balance, pain management, and even pool therapy. Ask your doctor to refer you to physical therapy at the PC with Alex Trowbridge DPT.
Ready to move to the music and savor the munchies? Join Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity for the 9th Annual Music and Munchies, Saturday, September 19th at the Reach Museum in Richland. Doors open at 4:30 p.m. Featuring live music from American Honey with headliner Austin Jenks. Taste local bites and bid in the silent auction. Presented by Tri-County Partners and Peton Wealth. Every bite and every beat helps build safe, affordable homes. See you under the stars.
Zoe Salas on Good Morning Northwest.
So I am a dog person. I love all pets, but I am a dog person. I have 2 dogs. They are named Simba and Nala. My dogs are red-nosed pit bulls, 1 boy and 1 girl. There hasn't been a Scar. There's been another Simba, and then there's been a Mufasa. I really want a Pumbaa. The next one's gonna be named Pumbaa. Or Timon, or a Scar. Too many good options in there.
Join Zoe and Josh, and maybe Simba and Nala on Good Morning Northwest.
Right now on Apple Valley News Now live at 6:30, Richland schools are facing tough financial decisions. The alarming statistic the district hasn't seen since COVID.
Plus, get ready for an event the whole family can enjoy. The Yakima Sprint Boat Races make their return. The news continues now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for being here. Austin Reed alongside Wendy Redman.
Yeah, we are watching your weather too this Friday as we head into the weekend. I know a lot of folks are asking, what about the lightning? Is that going to continue, and which areas are going to see it?
Yeah, it is officially a first alert weather day, so let's check in with Stacey Lee live in our weather center. I see a little bit of activity.
Yeah, we had a little bit of lightning. First alert weather weekend actually, but if you take a look here, we were seeing some lightning earlier from this little storm over the Ellensburg area. Now it's moved up to the north towards Wenatchee, Kashmir, and Lake Chelan area. So we're still seeing some lightning sparks, and that is in the Cascade Mountains, right around Blewett Pass area. And there's a 20 to 40% chance of that continuing overnight tonight. Not going to see that here locally, but in the Blues, they could see a stray thunderstorm tonight as well. Temperatures on the warm side tonight by 11 will be down in the 60s and 70s, so enjoy that. Hazy skies continue today, possibly into tomorrow. We've been showing you Yakima. We can actually see the city today, so that shows you there's a little bit of improvement there. 83 degrees with, again, moderate air quality at this hour, so things are looking better. The alert day continues right on through Sunday due to sporadic lightning over those critically dry fuels. And tomorrow you'll see the 80s and 90s. That's our best chance of maybe seeing our first sprinkle or two in the area for quite a while, so good news there. Chance of lightning all weekend long. Fire danger is high all weekend long. Smoke and air quality going to improve and get worse depending on which way the wind blows, but things quiet down next week. I'll tell you more coming up. Austin, Wendy.
All right, Stacey, thank you very much. We have an education alert for you on this Friday. Local schools are getting a financial boost that could help protect programs and resources for students. Giesa Credit Union is awarding more than $372,000 to 25 school districts across central and southeastern Washington. It's all through its Affinity debit card program. The money can be used for academic programs, technology, professional development, athletics, and extracurricular activities. And schools get to decide where the need is greatest.
What we're hearing from schools is that budget deficit are impacting programs that develop students, and these funds are helping support those programs because the funds that are directed to these schools are designed to directly support students.
Yeah, that can really mean everything from upgrading technology to keeping professional development opportunities available, or even purchasing equipment and uniforms for school bands and other activities. Giesa says this year's statewide give back is its largest yet, more than $500,000 to 35 school districts across the state. Since 2015, the program has generated more than $2.78 million for local schools.
Well, during a recent budget workshop, Richland School District leaders laid out their 2026 through 27 budget and some of the financial challenges the district is still facing. During the meeting, officials laid out an operational budget of about $243 million for next year. However, one concern officials pointed out is enrollment after the district saw a year-to-year decline that they say has not happened outside of COVID in the previous 20 years. The district also says it's in the lowest 5% of comparable Washington school districts for revenue per student, while rising liability insurance costs continue to put pressure on the budget. Board members also raised
because
concerns.
of the fiscal environment we are in, I think it is irresponsible for school districts to not live as if we're a family living paycheck to paycheck. Our revenue is low, and it does not look like it's going to increase and get better.
District officials say they are not looking to make program cuts right now, but instead want to meet current student needs while continuing to rebuild the district's financial reserves.
Well, start your engines, Yakima. That's because the sprint boat races are back in action this weekend.
Yes, but there is a twist to racing one of these high-powered machines. Apple Valley News Now's Tyler Wargo reports.
The sprint boat races are unlike anything you'll see at your typical water event. Boats will compete this weekend, each navigating through a challenging 20-foot wide water channel with 13 hairpin turns. It's a test of skill, speed, and precision. Drivers and navigators have to memorize the entire complex course in just under 24 hours before racing begins. It's like a roller coaster, but on the water. 30 boats will be participating this weekend in the sprint boat races here in Yakima, including boats like Nuck and Futz, Jolly Roger, Bad Habit, and Bad Attitude. They all came here to race, and some of them came from New Zealand.
The track looks awesome. It is huge compared to the tracks we have at home. So it's going to be interesting to actually be out there and doing it.
The boats competing here are also quite different from what international racers use. Most are between 12 to 14 feet long, with horsepower between 650 to 850, which accelerates at approximately 80 miles an hour. Aaron Hansen, another driver from New Zealand, says those differences won't stop his chances to win at all.
In New Zealand, we'll be running a single turbo unlimited boat that's sort of around that 1400 horsepower. This will be 750 horsepower. So it'll be significantly slower, but the speed on the track isn't really that much difference.
Not only will every boat have to navigate through a 20-foot wide water channel with 13 hairpin turns, but they also have to maintain their speed and ensure that their boats will not flip over. That's something guaranteed to keep the whole family on the edge of their seats.
And some of those are top qualifiers from previous world championships and regionals. So you're going to see some fast boats this weekend, so come on out and see us at the Sprint Boat Racetrack this weekend.
Saturday is the first set of races with a full day of qualifications starting at 10 a.m. Sunday will include elimination rounds and finals, which are timed races. Whether you're a racing fan or just looking for something different to do this weekend, the Sprint Boat races at the Yakima State Fair are worth checking out. In Yakima, Tyler Wargo, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Tyler, thank you very much. You know, tickets for the races start at just $33. There are general admission, pit passes, and VIP experiences that the whole family can enjoy.
The Pasco Aviation Museum is hosting its third annual First Responders Day tomorrow. The event is designed as a simple way to say thank you to the police officers, firefighters, dispatchers, rescue crews, and other first responders who help keep our community safe. Museum volunteers are also hoping to have a vintage fire truck and an air ambulance on display, giving families a chance to get an up-close look at some of the equipment used to respond when people need help the most.
We really just want to express our thanks for all the very, very important work that they do in our community.
Bergstrom says the event is also a chance for kids to meet first responders and potentially see themselves in those careers someday. First Responders Day runs tomorrow from 10 until 4 at the Pasco Aviation Museum. That's on Stearman Avenue. First responders and their families get in for free. Admission for everyone else is $10 for adults, $5 for students and seniors, and veterans are always admitted for free.
A total of 34 fallen Washington State Patrol troopers were honored at the Canyon Lakes Golf Course in Kennewick today.
Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable shows us how this golf tournament really helps the families of those who paid the ultimate price.
136 golfers gathered at Canyon Lakes Golf Course for the 23rd annual Jim Saunders Legacy Golf Tournament. Among those in the crowd include current and former officers, as well as family members of the 34 fallen officers being honored.
Besides the hardship that families go through when they lose a loved one, when it's in the line of duty, these are people that have given of themselves back to a community. This is a great way for the community to say thank you so much for keeping us safe.
With roots in the Tri-Cities, Saunders was fatally shot during a traffic stop in 1999 in Pasco. A tournament originally honoring just him grew to remember others as well. An opportunity for state troopers, friends and family, and golf lovers in general to come together. This tournament and the proceeds are about much more than just golf.
About 6 years ago, the family said, let's make this, even though it's called the Jim Saunders, let's make sure everybody knows this is for all the troopers and officers that are in the Washington State Patrol that have paid the ultimate price. And then we want to help put money into scholarships for their kids to make sure they get to college.
At some of the tee boxes, you will find signs featuring fallen officers, with family members stationed there to run the hole.
But we're here to take care of their families forever. They aren't forgotten, and so holding these events are a neat way to show them and let them participate and be involved and actually see us in action.
Along with registration fees, auctions, raffles, and merchandise proceeds all go towards the Fallen Scholarship Fund, allowing children and spouses to attend school and have their loved ones remembered. In Kennewick, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Jake, the event is not the only one actually where the Memorial Foundation raises funds.
That's right. So in April of next year, the Memorial Dinner will be happening in Kennewick.
Right, still ahead here on the news at 6:30. After police officers misused license plate readers to track people personally, we'll tell you how the company behind the cameras is now cracking it down.
And here on your Friday, here is a live look out to Kennewick, where you do see some smoke in the air. What can you expect, though, as we head into the weekend? Find out with Stacy's full weather forecast after this.
Life moves fast when you're raising children. With Washington's Get Prepaid Tuition Plan, you can be prepared for their next big step after high school. Start saving today at 529.wa.gov.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when paired with an eligible Daikin ductless system at Bruce Heating and Air.
For 50 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion. We're more than just a flower shop and specialize in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. Our experienced designers are here to help you with all your floral needs, ensuring that every bouquet is as special as the moment it celebrates. Visit us today on Clearwater in Kennewick. We're part of your community and can't wait to help you celebrate life's moments. Shelby's Floral.
At Prosser Digestive Health Center, experience matters, and so does timely care. Our experienced team provides colonoscopy screenings and expert care for acid reflux, IBS, swallowing disorders, liver disease, and more. With expanded access, you can get the care you need sooner and close to home. Don't wait. Start feeling better now. Call 509-786-5599 or visit prosserhealth.org. Prosser Digestive Health Center. This is how we care.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
Where you been, hey?
Little field research. Show them what we got.
Check this out. Looks like America is loving Ford quality.
And J.D. Power backs it up.
Ford is #1 in new vehicle quality, and F-Series are America's best-selling trucks.
Great deals, crazy good capability.
America, this is what summer's all about. Now get 0% APR, $1,000 toward your down payment, a 2-year maintenance plan, and 0 payments for 90 days on select vehicles.
Always discreet for bladder leaks.
Bladder leak.
Yeah, I jumped up and totally peed a little.
I've been there, so I trust Always Discreet. Now I never miss a moment of any of my son's games.
The Rapid Dry Core turns liquid to gel for up to 0 leaks and odor. And it's 40% thinner than Poise.
Hey, I use Always Discreet too.
We're on the same team there.
Protect the moment. Always Discreet.
Join the mission and help us tell men and women with high blood pressure or type 2 diabetes about the UACR urine test. It can help detect kidney damage early and related heart risk. Learn more at detectthesos.com.
Life moves fast when you're raising children. With Washington's Get Prepaid Tuition Plan, you can be prepared for their next big step after high school. Start saving today at 529.wa.gov.
Welcome back, everybody. Flock is trying to quell some public concerns by rolling out some guardrails for it.
Yeah, the company has cameras all across the United States. But here's the update. You know, police departments, they pay Flock to search its database in the name of law enforcement. And these license plates, they can track vehicular movement. But there have been several reports recently of officers allegedly abusing the system and using it to do things like track romantic partners.
Flock is now requiring all customers to use an audit tool that flags abnormal search behavior. Users also must now input a case number to justify each search.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And it's a First Alert weather weekend. We're tracking some lightning on and off throughout the weekend. Right now, things are pretty quiet outside. It is still hazy, but the air quality has gotten a lot better today for most of our region. 89 degrees, winds from the north at 8 miles per hour. That humidity is good. It's good to see it in the 20s. Remember, we've been down in the teens and the single digits the last couple weekends. Temperatures around the region, we're in the 70s in Ellensburg, 80s in the Yakima Valley, Columbia Basin, 90 degrees right now in Walla Walla. Here's what's happening. Monsoonal moisture coming up from the south and an onshore flow coming in from the west. Those two meet up together and that creates lightning in our area. And that's exactly what we're seeing tonight. A little bit earlier, we were seeing some lightning strikes in the Kittitas Valley. That has since moved up towards Lake Chelan area tonight. There was also a little bit of lightning in northeastern Oregon. That has since kind of quieted down, but you have a chance of seeing that on and off all weekend. There's your cloudy skies. Tomorrow morning, again, more moisture coming up from the south through Hermiston. Could see a stray thunderstorm or finally a little bit of rain in the Tri-Cities area. And then take a look over here where the Hagen fire is burning. We could either see more lightning there or some rain that could benefit our firefighters. So that's what's happening over the weekend. Once we get past Saturday, things will start to quiet down. You'll see a few clouds, but overall pretty quiet. Chances of lightning 20 to 30% in the Cascades, about a 10% chance in the lower elevations, and along the foothills of the Blues, 20 to 30% chance as well. Now we still have an air quality advisory for Yakima and Kittitas Valleys, as well as down in the Columbia River Gorge. They've expired that in Tri-Cities, but we'll have to just keep monitoring that as look at everybody's in the yellow. So we want to be in the green, but yellow is much better than being in those orange and red levels, which are unhealthy for everyone. That's where Yakima was yesterday. Most of the smoke is going to be in the upper elevation, but still going to be around. You're still going to see the haze, still going to see those red sunsets at night, but the smoke and air quality should improve over the next couple of days. Overnight tonight's going to be pretty comfortable out there, 50s and 60s for our overnight lows, looking pretty good. And for that 7-day planner, we've got that alert day tomorrow. Again, we're watching for lightning here. That could straggle over into Sunday, and then things quiet down as we get into next week where we stay in the 80s. Here's what it looks like in Yakima. We're in the 90s, dropping into the 80s by Tuesday. An alert day for possible thunder and lightning there tomorrow. Tri-Cities looking pretty good. We do have a slight chance, as you saw on Futurecast, of seeing those showers come through around noon or just before. Temperatures in the 90s dropping into the 80s. Here's Hermiston staying in the 90s through Monday. Breezy winds on Tuesday and 88 degrees there. That looks pretty comfortable for the month of August. And Walla Walla, better chance of seeing thunder and lightning there. Foothills of the Blues. It's a double-edged sword. The rain would be awesome. They need that. Lightning, not so much, but we'll take what we can get. If we can get a few raindrops out of those clouds, that would be excellent. So
that would be some really, really much needed rain, right?
It'll help those firefighters that are just working so hard on all those fires outside.
Yeah, they need a break for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, still to come, we're talking about what is trending, from mass layoffs to $1 billion collapse, why one CEO thinks he deserves a second chance.
Why are all these bugs in here? I just cleaned the house. I need a Zevo. I'm plugging in my Zevo because it's parties tonight. It's gonna be strong, putting bugs in the past because it traps with blue and UV light. I need a
Zevo is 5 times more attractive to flies, working 24/7 to kill 99.9% of bugs trapped, with no odor and no mess.
We got a Zevo.
Feeling dizzy, off balance, or worried about falling? You don't have to just live with it. At the Pacific Campus, Alex Trowbridge DPT is accepting new patients and specializes in vestibular therapy, treating vertigo, dizziness, and balance issues. And here's something many patients don't realize. You can choose where you go for physical therapy. Choose the PC. We also treat gait and balance, pain management, and even pool therapy. Ask your doctor to refer you to physical therapy at the PC with Alex Trowbridge DPT.
Ready to move to the music and savor the munchies? Join Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity for the 9th Annual Music and Munchies, Saturday, September 19th at the Reach Museum in Richland. Doors open at 4:30 p.m. Featuring live music from American Honey with headliner Austin Jenks. Taste local bites and bid in the silent auction. Presented by Tri-County Partners and Peyton Wealth. Every bite and every beat helps build safe, affordable homes. See you under the stars.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Chevy drivers across America will do a lot in the next 5 years. But one thing they won't do is pay interest on their new Chevy. Right now, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. With no payments for 90 days. Because you've earned this summer. Now it's time to go get it.
See your community Chevy dealers.
Vance has been keeping homes comfortable since 1986. We've got you covered for heating, cooling, and electric. We do it all. Maintenance, repair, and installation. Just give us a call. We'll be right there. Our professional technicians fix it right and fix it fast. We guarantee you'll be happy with our equipment and service. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
Former Better Home and Finance CEO Vishal Garg not too happy about being fired.
No, you may remember him from about 5 years ago. He made headlines for laying off 900 employees on a Zoom call just before the holiday season.
Earlier this week, Garg's lawyer sent a letter to the board demanding that it reinstate him as CEO. Garg insists he was on the verge of turning the company around due to an initiative that trained AI to process mortgages.
But the numbers do not make a good case for him. Under Garg's leadership, the company saw its value plummet from $8 billion, with a B there, to about $300 million. So I'm not really sure if he's going to have a good case or not.
Is he going to get the gig back or not? Probably not, I'm guessing.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Right.
All right. Well, a lot of people are talking about this as well. Instagram just launched its first new logo in 10 years on Thursday, and there it is.
Yeah, interesting, right? Adam Mosseri, the head of Instagram, says it was time for a refresh. He describes the revamped logo as cleaner and more modern.
Well, some users are not too thrilled with it. However, some point out that the S and the R look like other letters, with one calling it barely readable.
I can read it, but
I see what they're
saying, especially I think with the R.
The G and the R.
The R looks more like an upside down 2, kind of.
Yeah, I can see that.
But
plus for our much more mature eyes.
We know the handwriting.
They need it in bold.
In bold.
They need it in bold and way bigger, just saying. Or is that me?
No, that's all of us. For sure.
All right. Stay with us. When we come right back, we'll have one final check of your weekend weather forecast.
This is work. But this is Furniture Row. Work, Furniture Row. Work, furniture, well, you get it. And during the Labor Day sale, rewarding the rigors of your daily grind is easy. Save an extra $100 on every $1,000 you spend on sofas and sectionals, dining, bedrooms, and mattresses. Plus, check out special buys while they last. Celebrate your dedication to the job by taking a dedicated break. You deserve it. The Labor Day sale on now at Furniture Row.
Our valley is resilient because people care about each other.
The Yakima Valley Community Foundation exists to make giving smarter, easier, and impact greater for everyone who calls this community home. We bring together donors, nonprofits, and neighbors with the goal that every corner of the Yakima Valley has the resources needed to thrive.
We wanted our giving to stay local because we can see the difference that it makes. This valley has always depended on the resilience and the gifts of the people around it. We're kind of an isolated area in eastern Washington. The people that are here need to be taking care of each other and cooperating and giving back. And that's what I appreciate about the Yakima Valley Community Foundation. It's a place that helps inspire people to take care of this valley, of the people in it, and that's why I support it.
Together, we can make our valley thrive.
Always discreet for bladder leaks.
Bladder leak?
Yeah, I jumped up and totally peed a little.
I've been there, so I trust Always Discreet. Now I never miss a moment of any of my son's games.
The Rapid Dry Core turns liquid to gel for up to 0 leaks in odor. And it's 40% thinner than Poise.
Hey, I use Always Discreet too.
We're on the same team there.
Protect the moment. Always Discreet.
Man, I love this place. But when my dry AMD progressed to geographic atrophy, or GA, I was worried I'd be seeing less of it. My retina specialist told me that Izervay protects healthy retinal cells longer and is proven to slow GA.
Slow it down, get GA going slower.
Which could help me see what I love for longer.
Izervay, get GA going slower.
Izervay is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam.
With Izervay, I'm taking action to slow my GA, and seeing him out there means everything to me.
Ask your retina specialist how you could help preserve your vision longer with Izervay.
All right, Friday night, the weekend is here, and the weather is not terrible. The smoke is improving so far this evening, so that's good news. Let's take a look at our big weather stories outside. Chances for lightning continue on and off. Pretty slight chances, but we have been seeing them tonight. We also have hazy skies due to the smoke. That seems to be improving tonight. Temperatures are what I would call mild for the month of August. We're not even close to 100 degrees, so that is good news also going forward. Air quality, like I said, look at that. We're in the yellow. We haven't seen that in quite a while, so that is good news. That could change, though, over the weekend as the storms come up from the south. Temperatures tomorrow, 80s, 90s, with slight chances of rain or thunderstorms through the region. Winds remaining pretty light, but remember, when those storms push in, they could bring some brief heavy winds and downpours as well with the unstable air that's out there. Sunday looking a lot better, just a slight chance of some showers in a few places. Temps in the 90s, winds will be 10 to 15 miles per hour. So not a bad looking forecast. I'm going to call that a win.
All right, we'll take the wins where we can get them. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Hoping your news is good news.
Good night.